Imagine losing 3 weeks of SEF appointments because the landlord handed you a handwritten note instead of a signed contract. I saw it happen in Porto. One casual arrangement, 0 signatures, no bank transfers, and suddenly everything slowed down.
Welcome to Moving to Portugal Daily, Episode 52. I'm Mateus Costa. Today, we dive into a practical lease-to-residency playbook. 3 moves to make your lease SEF-Ready, exact phrases to use with landlords, and a 3-minute starter you can do right now.
Why do landlords and simple receipts matter so much? Because SEF wants a consistent story, signed dates, traceable payments, and a stable address across documents. If your papers don't line up, they'll ask questions, and every question can mean delays. So here's the promise. Follow 3 short, high-impact moves, and you turn almost any lease into credible residency evidence. Short? Yes. Effective? Absolutely. Ready to start? First move, secure the right contract. Don't accept verbal agreements or notes on a napkin. Ask for a written contrato that includes full names, address, clear start and end dates, the monthly rent, payment method, and signatures from both parties. If the landlord has a NIF or citizen card, include that field. If they resist, request a signed rental statement and a photocopy of their ID page. Small detail. Be explicit about furnished versus unfurnished items so there's no later dispute. Second move, build a verifiable paper trail. Get a formal recibo for every payment. Pay by IBAN transfer whenever you can, and keep screenshots that show date, amount, and beneficiary. If a landlord prefers cash, insist on an immediate signed recibo, and then transfer the equivalent by IBAN so you have both records. Register utilities quickly, electricity, water, internet, or at least create an account in your name and screenshot the confirmation. Then, register at your Junta de Freguesia and keep the stamped paper or receipt. Those little stamps and account confirmations add up into a strong packet. Digital organization is as important as physical papers. Scan or photograph every signature, recibo, and transfer confirmation. Put them in a dated folder and upload to cloud storage. Email a copy to yourself. That time-stamped email is a reliable backstop. Use a simple naming system. For example, Porto 2026_contrato.pdf, Porto 2026_recibos.pdf, Porto 2026_junta.pdf. When SEF asks, you want to hand over a clean packet, not an unorganized shoebox of files. Third move, turn the landlord into an ally. Meet them in person if possible. Be punctual, dress tidy, and open with a short Portuguese greeting. Bom dia, and a clear payment plan. I will pay by bank transfer on the 1st of each month, and will send a receipt copy after payment. Small actions build big trust. If a landlord is hesitant about paperwork, offer a simple incentive. On-time IBAN transfers, and a signed reference after 3 months. Short asks work best. Ask directly and politely, and make compliance effortless for them. Copy these messages. They work. Message for email or WhatsApp. Bom dia. I'd like to confirm our rental agreement in writing. Could you please sign this contrato with start and end dates and your NIF? I'll pay by IBAN on the 1st and will send a copy of each recibo. Obrigado. In-person line. Bom dia. I'll transfer rent on the 1st and send you the receipt. May I email you a signed copy of the contract now so we both have it on file? Short, clear, no pressure. Habits matter too. Make 3 small daily habits. Pay on the same date each month and keep receipts. Maintain a clean email trail with the landlord and use a few Portuguese phrases consistently. These tiny habits form a daily audit trail, and SEF reads that pattern. Remember that Porto example? The nomads skipped a formal contrato and relied on monthly cash payments with handwritten notes. When SEF asked for proof, there were gaps. No signatures, no bank traces, no junta stamp, and 3 weeks of paperwork and rescheduled appointments. Avoid that by doing the basics right. Here's a 3-minute starter you can do right now. 1. Ask your landlord for a signed contrato or a signed rental statement with dates and signatures. 2. Make a first IBAN transfer, save the screenshot, and secure a recibo. 3. Book the Junta de Freguesia visit and photograph the stamped receipt. Do those 3 in 72 hours and you'll be ahead. If you want the exact checklist and copy-ready templates, download the one-page Lease Evidence Checklist. For hands-on guidance, the 30-day Proof Accelerator walks you step-by-step through each item with weekly checks and email templates to share with landlords. Treat your housing as an asset, not a stopgap. Tiny habits, neat meetups, immediate receipts, consistent transfers compound into a trustworthy record that speeds bureaucratic processes and reduces stress. Portugal isn't just a destination, it's your optimized new beginning. That's your daily Portugal blueprint. Pick one thing from today's 3-step playbook and implement it this week. I'm Mateus Costa. Thanks for listening to Moving to Portugal Daily.